morning, boys and girls, and all of God's children. Welcome to the Church School Neighborhood. I'm Sister Angie Spears, the excited South District Church School Superintendent. What a wonderful, wonderful lesson we have for you today. As you know, we have just started our brand new quarter. It started on last week, and the title of our quarter is Judah, from Isaiah to Exile. Today's lesson is titled, Hezekiah Leads the People Back to God. Our lesson is coming from 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verses 1 through 9, and then verses 26 through 27. This is a lesson where we find Hezekiah. He's the king, and he's very young when he's chosen as king. He's only about 25 years old. But he has such a heart to serve God. So one of the first things that he does when he becomes king, he says, we're going to have a celebration. He sends out a letter to everyone and says, we are going to celebrate God. Isn't that wonderful? Our very special word for today is celebrate. Celebrate. And Daisy has the very best example of celebrate. What did you share with us, Daisy? Daisy says that at her church, Mrs. Taylor is the musical director. And one Sunday, the pastor happened to say, you know what? Mrs. Taylor has been our music director for over 20 years, and I can't think of a time that she ever missed a Sunday. Well, when Daisy heard that after church, she asked her mom, she says, can we go and talk to the pastor? So they go and they knock on the pastor's office, and Daisy says, Pastor, I would like to put together a celebration for Mrs. Taylor. And the pastor says, you do, Daisy? She says, yes, she has been doing this for over 20 years. I would love to do this. And he said, what did you have in mind? So Daisy's idea was that she could get everyone to send cards to the church on that day, or bring the cards to the church. There would be balloons, that when she came in, there would be balloons where she normally sits. And after church, they would have a celebration. They would go downstairs and there would be cake and punch, and they would just celebrate who she is. The pastor said, okay, Daisy. And what did you say, Daisy? It was wonderful. Mrs. Taylor was so surprised. She says, no one's ever done anything this nice for me. She had tears, didn't she? And when they went downstairs, the people were just telling her how much they appreciated her. Some of the adults had been in the choir when they were young people. Now they're adults. It was a beautiful, beautiful celebration, celebrating Mrs. Taylor for all that she does. And again, in today's lesson, the people are being led by their king to celebrate God. God wants to be celebrated. God wants to be appreciated. We know that you're going to enjoy this lesson as you study it in your church school class. And our very special, our key verse for today is 2 Chronicles 30:26. Let's take a look at that. There was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the time of Solomon, son of King David of Israel, there had been nothing like this in Jerusalem. They're talking about the celebration. Let's say that again. There was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the time of Solomon, son of King David of Israel, there had been nothing like this in Jerusalem. Do you think you can fill that in when some of the words are missing? Let's see. There was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the time of Solomon, son of King David of Israel, there had been nothing like this in Jerusalem. That's 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 26. We know you're going to enjoy this lesson in your church school class, and we hope that you will join us on next week. Next week, we'll still be in 2 Chronicles, the 34th chapter, and the title of the lesson is What Hilkiah Found in the Temple. Until next week, have a blessed week. God bless you. Bye-bye.